Come gather round, Miss Martha's got a story. Can't wait to hear where it all might take us this time. Everyone knows that treasure lies inside these pages. We wanna be
hanging out with stories.
Everybody wants to be there when Miss Martha reads.
Support comes from Norfolk Collegiate, providing a foundation for students pre-K to 5th grade, where innovative student-driven farm-to-table initiatives, engaging experiences, and daily in-person instruction are just the beginning. More at norfolkcollegiate.org.
Hello, friends. Welcome to Miss Martha Reads Story Time. I'm Miss Martha, and I'm so happy that you're joining me today for another outstanding story. But before we get started, I have to ask you a question. Have you ever wanted something from the store, but you didn't have the money to buy it? Well, in today's story, we are going to hear all about a little girl who wanted to buy a brown dress. And you know what? That's the title of today's story, The Brown Dress. It will be read by my friend, Malayia Charles. Malayia attends College Park Elementary School in Virginia Beach. Let's put on our good listening ears so that we can hear all about this story. Click, click.
Hi, my name is Malayia, and the title of my story is The Brown Dress. In a small, cozy town lived a girl named Angie who loves fashion and always daydreams about wearing pretty clothes. Her clothes were not the best, as she mostly wore clothing that her mom buys from their local thrift store. One day, while Angie was checking the mailbox, she found a colorful magazine filled with pictures of beautiful dresses. The thing that stood out to her was a brown dress. She immediately fell in love with the dress and knew she had to have it. Racing back to her room, she grabbed her piggy bank and opened it, only to find it was filled with pennies and buttons. Angie forgot she had already spent her savings on art supplies. She then went to her mom. "Mom, can you please buy me a dress?" "Don't you have enough dresses?" her mom replied. "But Mom, please, this is different." Mrs. Lewis gave her the look, the stern look, the "don't ask me again" look. So Angie stopped asking. "How will I get the dress?" wondered Angie. Feeling frustrated, she sighed and turned on the TV. Suddenly, an ad about a bakery was showing. "I got an idea! I will start a bake sale." Just then, her mom started calling her name. "Angie, Keisha is here." As soon as Keisha came into her room, Angie blurted out the good news and showed Keisha the magazine. "I'm going to have a bake sale to save for this dress." "I want to help," said Keisha. Angie's mom thought it was a good idea. With Mrs. Lewis' support for the bake sale, they began to prepare. Angie and Keisha made signs while Mrs. Lewis baked delicious treats. They set up and decorated a display stand in front of their home. Then they made flyers and handed them out in the neighborhood. By the time the girls got back, the treats were ready to sell. Mrs. Lewis baked chocolate chip cookies, brownies, vanilla strawberry and chocolate cupcakes. Yum! They smelled and looked so good. The girls were tempted to eat the treats from the stand, but Mrs. Lewis had already put aside a small stash for them. They waited 10 minutes before their first customer arrived. It was Bella, Angie's next-door neighbor. Bella bought 2 cupcakes, then more children in the neighborhood arrived. All of the treats were sold within an hour. Business went so well that they decided to have another bake sale the next day. And again, all the goods surprisingly sold out quickly. Auntie and Keisha jumped for joy when they made enough money to buy each of themselves dresses. Motivated to continue, their business grew and they never felt so proud. Thank you for listening to my story.
What a great story, and the illustrations are amazing. I love the lesson in this story because if you really want something hard enough, you will be willing to work for it. Great job, Malayia. Well, friends, that's all I have for you today. But before I go, you know I always have to remind you to practice, practice, practice your reading every single day to exercise your brain because I want you to be the best reader that you can be. Take care and enjoy the rest of your day. And I hope that I'll see you the next time. Goodbye, friends.
Support comes from Norfolk Collegiate, making your child's educational experience a great one through student-driven initiatives, unique spaces, and daily in-person instruction. More at norfolkcollegiate.org.